Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal.
Well, that was special. Now stand by for this. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
The Portuguese do have a penchant for producing great wingers, Peter, and this fella, Rafael Leao, is another really good example. He likes to play down the middle, or he'll go to the left-hand side, wherever he can kind of get his run started. Once he finds that little bit of space, then it's all about using his pace and trickery, and he'll give any defence lots of problems.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on. Shapes to shoot! An early chance, their first of the game.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Rafael Leao clears it away. And a chance!
And that would have been some goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Ruben Dias.
Montiel. Martinez, tidy with his distribution.
Alvarez! Diogo Dalot attempts a clearance.
He's being urged to shoot.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Chance, surely! That is decidedly lacking.
Gonzalez really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Bruno Fernandes. Here's Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Vitinha. In with the challenge. Nuno Mendes. Here's Rafael Leao. Diogo Dalot kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bernardo Silva. Rafael Leao. Now it's Messi. Messi. Is there any support? And Messi! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Played in. And it's claimed by the keeper. Rafael Leao. He's having a shot! It's a loose ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, important interception. Driving to Paul! It's bounced back off the post. Messi. He is through here. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. There's the crossfield ball. Well, that has not gone well. Paredes. Good driving run. Paredes. Shoots! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now Ruben Diaz. Gonzalo Inacio. Aimed beyond the defence. Diogo Dalot. Here comes the cross. And he's there to clear it. Alvarez. And they can counter here. Gonzalez getting forward. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Corner number 2 then. Rafael Leao getting this one clear.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Messi! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Pedro Neto. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. McAllister. Good. Big chance! Bernardo Silva. De Paul. Drive. And the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
De Paul really may get an earful from his teammates for not looking up to see what was around him, but I think he was perfectly entitled to. try it for himself.
Argentina have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Now it's Alvarez. Nuno Mendes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Messi. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Gonzalez is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Gonzalez! He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Bernardo Silva. Nuno Mendes. Lisandro Martinez ventures forward. De Paul. Oh, this is a terrific run. Rafael Leao bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Bruno Fernandes. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
With the owner of a blue car
So we reached the halfway point.
Argentina certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Away we go again.
Argentina clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha played out towards the right wing. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Gonzalez. Chance for a shot! They've scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
The first breakthrough.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, good spread. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Ruben Dias. Here's Vitinha. Rafael Leao. And this is Ronaldo. And here's Alvarez!
Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's gone direct here. And it's Messi. Driving on and making good progress.
There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Argentina get their fourth corner. Inacio getting this one clear.
Decent chance!
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he was alert to it. Rafael Leao. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Distributed tidily. And he's gone backward.
And the shot!
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bruno Fernandes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Closing it.
Can he finish?
Oh, what has happened here? And this is Messi.
Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They're up to 5 corners now. Messi goes short. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Diogo Costa clears. Bruno Fernandes. Some resolute defending there. Bernardo Silva. Pedro Neto.
He has found the way through.
Paredes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. Diogo Dalot. And here's Alvarez. He's in a great position here. The pull is onto the...
Real chance! Oh, good finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Now this could be a chance. He's got away. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nuno Mendes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Here's Rafael Leao. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, can he get onto this? Inacio kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Paul running with intent. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Gonzalez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
This looks Messi!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And here's Alvarez.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Portugal are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
A case now of complete control. Oh, that's well spotted. Conceição. And he's managed to get free. And that's an excellent interception. Bernardo Silva. And it's Vitinha. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Messi. Messi. And Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. And how did he not make it four?
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Messi with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Conceição charging forward, the ball at his feet. Now it's Alvarez. And here's Messi. Messi. Great chance!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Mendes is there, and he can get that clear.
Has been indicated.
Bernardo Silva. Joao Felix. And he's decided to go for it. And that is as much as we have time for. Argentina really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling
And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. De Paul voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Please watch the screen for train departure
Well,
times
thanks to
from
Jim.
all local
We
major
both wish you
stations.
a very good evening. So welcome one and all to this snow-decorated arena, which will provide as many chills as thrills over the next couple of hours. The freezing conditions matched only by the heat that the people in here are generating. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So straight into the action. And here's Bernardo Silva. Nuno Mendes with the cross. And he's there to deal with it. Now, can they get him away? Bernardo Silva. And this is Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's a goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Argentina finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Martinez. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Now it's Messi. He's found a way through. And he's being shifted off it. Oh, can he get onto this? Otamendi kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Pedro Neto. And he's gone searching crossfield. Paredes. Martinez. Montiel. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's managed to get free.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Montiel to Messi. He is through here. Now that looks a decent ball. Takes aim and crosses. Diogo Dalot attempts a clearance. Bruno Fernandes. And here's the chance to counter. De Paul. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Messi. Montiel has it out wide and in space. Montiel got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Nicely spread. Now it's Pedro Neto. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, that's a key interception. De Paul played out to the left flank. He's found space here. He's shifting through the gears here. And that's played in low. Taken back almost at once. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Oh, that's nice. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Paredes. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now it's Alvarez. Now it's McAllister. That's a sharp pass. The pass has gone astray. Rafael Leao. Forwards and with intent. Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. Played over towards the opposite flank. Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Vitinha for Pedro Neto. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Mighty close.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Martinez. Paredes. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's found some... And he shoots! Now, who's going to... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Messi. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Real chance! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Rafael Leao.
He's had a shot!
Montiel. Martinez. Portugal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Oh, it's a great ball here.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very...
And a shot! Another big chance that gets away.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Martinez. Messi. Mendes powering forward here. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Ruben Dias. Here's Rafael Leao. And that has been cleared. Gonzalez. Just eases him off the ball. Diogo Dalot drives forward on the overlap.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rafael Leao. Looking for a runner. Distributed tidily. He's looking wide. Nuno Mendes. Aimed at the far side. Otamendi attempts a clearance. Messi.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well read, and the danger is averted. That's the end of the first 45. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Portugal looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
Vamos todos saudar os nossos jogadores.
And we get things going again. Bruno Fernandes. Gonzalo Inacio. Bernardo Silva. Rafael Leao. And it's Mendes. He's in a great position here. De Paul. Mendes, who's set up one goal so far, and shifted it to the flank. McAllister.
for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
A case now of complete control. Paredes. Gonzalez. And that's another good win of the ball. Bernardo Silva. And it's Mendes. Rafael Leao. No, he's not getting past him there. And this is Ronaldo. Otamendi wins the duel this time. McAllister. The muscular approach does pay off here. Is there any support? He shoots! Goal!
His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Pedro Neto making good progress on the right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano Ronaldo looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Bernardo Silva. That has been slung wide. And that is headed for the...
Big chance!
Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. Portugal with the corner, they're first. Tries to get it clear. Cross to the back post. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Este jogo teve uma assistência de 80.953 espectadores.
Almost an hour gone. And that's going wide left. Strong running down that left flank. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pedro Neto could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
That's destined for the flank. And this is Ronaldo. And this is Bernardo Silva. Alvarez. Searching pass he's played there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Out for a throw. Pinches it off him. Rafael Leao. Hoisted in.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Otamendi. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Oh, that's fabulous. He's a sharp little ball here. Ronaldo is tearing after that one. Gonzalez in acres of space out wide. Inacio defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's the throw. Drives it in. And he's taking no chances there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Not the most accurate pass.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's got away. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's definitely onside. Takes a shot! No, that's just wide. Just about up to 75 minutes. That has been cut short. Alvarez. Montiel. Rafael Leao. Chance here to counter. He's picked his way through. Out of play for a throw. Has a look up and delivers.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
De Paul aims beyond the defence. And this is Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Spread out to the left. Foot in. Pedro Neto with 2 goals already to his name. It's a pretty loose pass. Gonzalez.
That was lovely, that.
Vitinha does well not to be outdone there. It's a really well-measured ball. That's been cut out, well played. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Rafael Leao. No, that's been intercepted.
Portugal couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
McAllister. Alvarez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Always goal side. Tries a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Backward it goes. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. Argentina are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Just 5 minutes left. Alvarez. Now it's Gonzalez. Now it's Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bernardo Silva, spread it left.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Pedro Neto, and this is Ronaldo. Martinez. And it's Rodrigo de Paul for Messi. Knocks it into space. Oh, well measured. And it's been hooked away. Nicked it back promptly. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Martinez. It's Otamendi. Acuna. Can he get on the end of this? Fernandes has it in a wide position. And that's been drilled in. Diogo Costa deals with that nice and simple. And that is as far as it goes.
So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
Pedro Neto taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Portugal definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon all.